We have a six-way comparison for you folks today. It is the first call-outs from 2024 versus the first call-out from 2013. So we have the top three of each year. Wow, this is going to answer a lot of questions. And right out of the chute, I can see a lot of differences between nowadays athletes and athletes from 2013. Of course, I have been doing a lot of comparisons featuring the top three at the 2024 Olympia. We were inviting other bodybuilders onto that stage. For this one, we are inviting the 2024, Hadi Choopan, Derek Lunsford, Samson Dauda onto the 2013 Olympia stage. So this is exciting. Hadi Choopan way over there at the end next to Dennis Wolf. What a comparison that is. Wolf might be a little bit too much for Hadi. And then we have Derek. I mean, this is small structures compared to these big giants. Midsections, one of the first things that I have noticed. All vacuums nowadays. You can see Hadi, Derek, and even Samson pulling in that stomach. Now look at all the 2013 bodybuilders. Dennis, he sucks his gut in pretty good. He is known for a little bit of a bubble gut. It spills over certain events. He seemed to have it in check here. Absolutely. It's not a vacuum though. Now when it comes to Kai and Phil, midsections are going to be maybe an issue. I think absolutely. Now, if we're going to be fair and give compliments to nowadays athletes, look at the size of the legs. You see that? It is absolutely no doubt that their wheels were a lot bigger back in 2013 than they are now. Not even a question. So, yes, trim vacuums, but you're giving up some leg size, I would suggest. Now, arms. Look at Phil. Look at Kai. Even Dennis. I think Dennis belongs with the nowadays guys in terms of the arm size. But look at the quads on Dennis Wolf. Wow. Worth to mention. Hadi Choopan, them quads. Probably more conditioned, I'm sure, than Dennis Wolf. But yes, very difficult to judge six guys out here, but I will do my best. We'll put every guy into all the call-outs, and I'll give you my opinion at the very end. Here's the front lat spread, so we can take the arms out of the equation, which gives nowadays bodybuilders an advantage. Or does it? When I look at Derek Lunsford, he's probably going to get last in this one. Phil Heath never had the best structure for a front lat spread, so he's probably going to be down there as well. But I think better than Derek. Kai Greene, normally, I would give him this shot. Maybe even for the win. But in 2013, the midsection was kind of off. It was pretty off. And you stand him next to Samson Dauda, a very dry Samson Dauda. I don't know. I'd probably give it to Samson over Kai. Very close, though. Very close. I mean, all of these athletes are tremendous. Absolutely. I would give this one to Dennis Wolf. He has the perfect X-frame. Look at the size of the wheels. Little wee midsection, and then boom, two big lats. And the front lat spread, pretty symmetrical. Now the front double, it kind of hurt him. If you didn't notice, go back and look. And little unsymmetrical in the lats. But I think he's doing enough for the front lat spread to win. Looks pretty good to me. So yes, very difficult to put one guy last and one guy first when they're all pretty close. Here's the side chest. Now, what's interesting to me is how much the physiques have changed from 2013 till now. And I don't want to say it's a regression. It's not regressing. The size of the legs is obvious. Yes, there was some bubble gut issues with all three members of this top three. But I mean, wow. And this was when Phil Heath was saying Arnold had no legs. I mean, I don't want to diss the guys from the 90s. Do people still say that? Diss? I don't want to bad talk the guys from the 90s. say Ronnie Coleman excluded, they just did not have the lag size that they had in Phil Heath's day. So it seems like they are going back to the 90s physiques a little bit more, with the smaller midsections and maybe more slender wheels, with all due respect to today's competitors. Samson's got some big quads, but nothing like what they had. Oh my goodness. I just noticed Kai Greene's midsection. That's one of the bigger ones that I've seen ever. So, arms, the wheel size, and the arms, it just seems like besides the midsections, they were just totally better in 2013. Unbelievable lag size on Kai. And Dennis Wolf. Dennis might have the best quad hamstring combination here. So, take it for what it is. Kai Greene, I'm going to tell you one thing right now. He'd be getting first. If not for the midsection, but it is for the midsection, so he's likely to get last. Is he beating Derek? I don't know. Derek's kind of got a little bit of a little soupy, I guess, his midsection. It's not like a bubble gut. So take it for what it is. We don't have all day for each pose. Go to the back. And yes, lag size, of course. Dennis, Phil, Kai. But look at condition. I would wager to say that they are every bit as good as they were then, now, in the conditioning department. Phil might be the most conditioned guy here. Samson doesn't have the glutes, but he has the dry hamstrings. But I mean, stick him next to Kai Greene. He is wider. Look at the width of Samson. Might be the widest guy here. Dennis, I'm probably going to pass on Dennis in the back double. His glutes a little bit soft. And you put him next to Hadi Choopan. At least one of Hadi's glutes and hamstrings is peeled. The other one seems to be not quite so much. That's going to hold him back. I can tell you that right now. So he's definitely not going to get first in the back double. Might get second to last, to be honest with you. Now, Derek Lunsford, you have to give this guy respect. You have to give this guy credit. He is standing next to Phil Heath, Kai Greene. Kai's impressive in this shot. Look at the size of him. He was so much bigger than Phil here. But he pushed the size too much. It hurt him in the midsection department. But the back shots, wow. Kai is doing good. Even his condition is not bad. His conditioning's pretty good. It was more the bubble gut. So, in the back double, I'm not going to give Phil first in this one. I don't even know if Phil's going to get second in this one. Derek's impressing me so much. Hard to say. I'll have to review the poses. Go to the lat spread. A little bit different here. I put Samson Dauda in between Kai and Phil. His width, he is ginormous. I would give him the edge over a Derek Lunsford, whereas the back double I would give to Derek. Now Hadi, my word, he has probably the best back in terms of balance, quality. Keep in mind, he's the shorter guy here, him and Derek, so width-wise, he's actually pretty impressive there as well. Dennis Wolf, he's a whole lot better than the back double in the rear lat spread, but I mean, he's going against Hadi, Phil Heath, Samson, Kai Greene, and Derek Lunsford, so as good as he is, he's still getting last place, last prize. The back itself is going to push Hadi to a pretty decent spot here. Kai Greene lacks the detail of a Phil Heath, but he is as wide as I've ever seen him. So he pushed the size for a reason, so he could dwarf Phil in all the back shots. And I think he did his job as far as that's concerned. I mean, look at the size of him next to Phil. Phil was peeled inside and out, has a conditioning edge, no doubt, and the separation as well. So taking all things into consideration, size, width, detail, and the lower half. Don't forget the lower half. If not for that, Hadi Choopan might win this one. But Phil Heath looks pretty balanced. He could pull a victory off in this rear lat spread. What a tight one. What a close matchup. Now the side tricep, you may notice, they don't have the background. They didn't have a picture of Dennis, Phil, and Kai in the lineup. But either way, I think we can make an educated decision on this. Phil Heath, he looks like the best man in this one. Arm on him, the wheels, very impressive. Midsection actually looks pretty good too. I would give Samson Dauda second place, second prize in this one. And it would be tough. Dennis Wolf, probably the better bodybuilder in this side tricep compared to Hadi, Derek, and Kai. Pretty close. I think the clear first and second is Phil and Samson Dauda. Here's the abs and thigh. And look at this shootout, will you? It looks like to me that the midsections are absolutely better as a whole. As a whole, of course, Derek and Dennis Wolf, they could, that could be an argument. But of course, Samson's better than Phil and Kai Greene in that aspect. And of course, Hadi Choopan has the best midsection going here. So wheel size, like I mentioned, I began that off with saying wheel size on an average, much bigger back then. Even Sean Roden, who's not seen here, he had massive quads as well. Absolutely. But the midsections, so much better now. Different physiques altogether. What would have won the Olympia in 2013 might not necessarily win the big one nowadays, if you get my drift. So, really has nothing to do with politics. It is criteria, the changing of the criteria. Obviously, Hadi Choopan's gonna blow the doors off this one. Normally, I like Kai in this one, but 2013, little bit smooth in the midsection, I would suggest. Here is the most muscular. And another fantastic shootout. Dennis Wolf back in 2007, his crab position would have beat everyone. Maybe him getting that much more conditioned, cut into the size, the monstrosity of the delts, chest, traps as well. Oh, traps look good. Now stick him next to a big stud like Samson Dauda. Samson might even have his number. Hard to say. Phil, not quite finished. He's not completed the strike here. He used to hit it like this, though. He was just about to go completely crab position. Still very impressive. Could get a win. But it's going to be difficult next to Hadi Choopan. Those two guys. What he has, he needs. And what he needs, he has. Or what have you. I might have messed that up a little bit. Hadi has the torso heap. The chest, abs, all day long. And Phil Heath, he has the arms. And he gladly, I'm sure, would take Hadi's midsection. Chest. Kai Greene, he's good and all, but I just cannot ignore the midsection. And oh, I didn't even see Derek over there, being very small and discreet in the most muscular. He's getting last. Is he going to get last overall? Well, without further ado, here are my placings. And yes, he did get last. Look at that. And Phil Heath gets first place. So Phil Heath, he's the winner. He's the 2013 athlete. So I guess 2013's the better year. That's just my opinion, though, based off pictures. So don't get too upset about this. I'm not a judge. I'm just a fan. But you can see, Samson Dauda, he got second place. And in third was Hadi Choopan. So that's, your top three consists of two guys from 2024 and only one guy from 2013. So both years win, right? Well, fourth place is Kai Greene, who is a 2013 athlete. And in fifth place, Dennis Wolf over Derek Lunsford. Well, Derek usually, in picture comparisons, he doesn't fare very well. He's better off to be on stage being judged by current IFBB judges. They seem to like him. But that is a plus for 2013, having Derek Lunsford place last. But anyway, like I said, just my opinion, just a fun comparison. I thought it was kind of cool to see the differences. The great big giant quads they had back then. Much better midsections now. Of course, there is definitely, different cases. Obviously, Sean Roden at that time, he had a great midsection. Samson, he's got some pretty big wheels. Neckzilla, guys like that. Martin Fitzwater. Hit thumbs up on the video. Have a great one, folks.